right.
The way it is. So you get out to your driveway, you're there.
Right. So I'll have to look at the calendar. We'll just add another week, but I just have to see when that could actually happen because there's lots of trials coming up and so forth. So we'll figure it all out so everybody gets a makeup. If you can't make it that week, maybe you can come to another class or something like that. Is anybody else trying to get in? Okay, well, welcome. So, Sherry, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, good. I don't see you, but I just see a rectangle, but that's okay. I don't have to see you. Oh, there you go.
Sorry. I couldn't figure out why I wasn't showing up there. No, I did training all week, and we weren't supposed to turn our cameras off, but every once in a while I'd have to get up, so I just covered my.
Yeah, perfect.
That was a yellow sticky note.
All good, all good. Whatever you all are comfortable with is fine. So we are going to talk about some foundation games. Someone's trying to get in. Yes. Can you? Yes. Sorry, someone's trying to get in. Did you try to join? Oh, okay, where? So this is pretty cool. We can do this, but it is a little cumbersome. Well, so I want to give people a little bit of time to log in and all that. So does anybody have any questions so far, or anything in particular that they want me to talk about today? I mean, I have my agenda, but this is for you guys, so.
Well, I was watching that video that you put on the text, the link.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm totally obsessed with that lady, and I am binge watching all of her episodes.
Yeah, but, Susan Garrett, she's great.
Yeah, and so I made my own little thing. I wanted to, is this okay? Something like this? Yeah,
anything that'll support them. That you want to make sure that they're confident in what they're putting their feet on, so they're not nervous about it.
Well, I put I went to the dollar store and got one of those outdoor mats and then just glued it on top of it.
Yeah, that looks great.
But so yeah, I did find out that she'll go one way, but she doesn't like to move her butt the other way.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing with roll over. She only wants to.
Ollie. He's the same way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm sure you will have some tips on how to correct that.
Yeah. Well, so I'll show you with Ollie. We haven't fixed it yet, so you'll get to see the drastic difference between going one way versus the other way. So, and a lot of times, you know, dogs can be right or left-handed like people are. And also they could, we might mistakenly do an activity on one side more than we do the other. And so they become kind of one-sided. So it is really important to do both sides. I try to keep track with, like, I'll put, like, let's say I put 10 cookies in my hand. I make sure 5 go to the right side and 5 go to the left side, and then I'm done with that activity. So that I'm not overtraining, because it's really easy to overtrain. That's why I had to get more than one dog. Because I was like, oh, poor Ollie, he's training too much. I need somebody else to train too.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah. Yeah. So Susan Garrett is, let me see, someone's still trying to text me. Let me see. Oh. Okay, people are not getting the right link, so let me text that to them real quick. So take a break. let's see, how do I do that?
So while you're doing that, I'll talk about the little perch I made. Home Depot has scrap wood in the back. And I got just a little square that was only about an inch high, and then wrapped it with that kind of rubberized cushion self paper stuff. You know the kind I mean? It has an open weave on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was another way. Didn't cost me anything. I had it all in my garage.
That's awesome. We just barely bought a bike, and so we got they have like really thick cardboard, and then I bought a yoga mat from Walmart for like $16. Cut it and stuck it on there.
Yes, I cut up yoga mats all day long.
Good.
Uh,
Rubberized shelf stuff. I can bring it to the next one. I have a bunch of it. I redid on my shelves.
I was looking for boxes that were strong enough to hold her, and I guess I didn't have any strong enough cardboard boxes. So next time Amazon delivers something, I'll test its strength. Because this is like, I mean, I already had it, but I kind of did want a square one and not round, but it'll work for now.
all right, so copy.
Yeah, Home Depot has extra wood in the back sometimes. Sometimes they give away for free too. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I meant to say that it's free.
just do like 3 2x4s together and cut it out.
They just have a piece this big. It's about probably 12 by 12. It was just laying there, and then I just put it with that shelf stuff. Weren't you good?
Okay, sorry this is taking so long. I'm really not very good at this. So I have to send out a new link. So just to hold a second. Good, you guys can visit.
So you put that yoga mat on there with duct tape? Is that what you used?
So I tried like some like glue stuff, but that didn't really work. What worked is if you fold it across and then use a stapler, not like a normal stapler, but like an industrial stapler. See if I have it. This one.
Right, yeah. We've got a few of those. My husband's a contractor.
Nice.
We have a few of those. And then
Yeah,
that strip, is that just part of the yoga mat?
Yeah, it's ink on one side, and I just did it just to be pretty.
That looks great. You can also use a couch cushion or, you know, a throw pillow. Just anything that's a little bit raised. At here, when I'm teaching outside, I have horse feed pans, and I just flip them over. They're rubber, and they're pretty strong, and they're like about this tall, and they're round. I just flip them over and use that. Or what I'm going to use today is one of these. It's just an exercise thing. It was like $12.
Yeah.
You just blow it up, and you can change how much air is in it to whatever your dog needs or likes for that. All right, I got one more. We're working there. We're getting everybody in here. So welcome. So today we're going to talk about perch work. I sent out a video to my foundations people about of Susan Garrett's podcast about perch work. And I have the link in our Google Classroom. And I'll show you real quick what that looks like so you can find this information. And if you did not get an email inviting you to this, let me know and I will I will invite you. So when, let's see, okay. Stream. Well, say it again. Did someone have a question? No, okay. Can everybody hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Yes, 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 okay. All right, so this is the classroom. This is for the foundations one. If you're in other levels, there's other classes, but it pretty much has the same information in it. But I sent this video out this past week about perch work, and this is Susan Garrett's podcast. She has 10 million videos of training stuff, so you can find all kinds of things there. I actually completed both her Agility Nation and Handling 360 classes, coursework, like their year-long courses. So you guys are learning all that great stuff in class. So anyway, this is the Google Classroom. There's different things to look at in here. There's links, there's videos, there's some handouts, stuff like that. So that's what that looks like.
Excuse me, Heather.
Yeah,
Someone wants to know if you're recording this.
I am. Is that?
I don't know. My phone.
I am recording it for myself, just so that I remember what we worked on and so forth. I'm not going to publish it anywhere. Oh, there's Jen. Okay, so I thought we'd start off today with teaching some perch work and kind of talk about how that's helpful in agility. And I have 3 different dogs to demo. We'll see how it goes. They're all at different stages of understanding perch work, and actually the puppy is the best at it. But we'll start with Ollie. He's asleep over here. Hi, Ollie. Hi, buddy. How you doing? So this is Ollie. He's almost 3. Good boy. So he knows to put his front feet up on stuff. What I'm working on with him is having him start to move his back feet, so he has more back feet awareness. Can everybody hear me okay? Yep.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm standing right in front of him. I'm going to lean over with my foot this way, and I'm going to be looking at his back feet, and I look yes. As soon as he moves his back feet, I'm going to mark yes and give him a cookie. Yes, good boy. He's much better at it one way than the other. He's gonna wait. Yes. He's like, wait, what? So he starts to offer other things besides moving those back feet on his right side. The left side. And good boy. Break. So he's if they get kind of stuck, not what to do, I tell him to break and toss a cookie away. Up, up. Nice. And yes, good boy. Because I'm not very good at this. So just stand. Good job. I'm looking at the foot I want him to move. Stand. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try a new direction here. So I'm gonna try a new place. Up, 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 up. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Up, up. Up, up. Yes. Yes. Good. Yes. Yes. So he's doing 1 foot at a time. Are you seeing that? But he doesn't know this very well yet. Yes. Yay, super, good boy. Break. And I'll get more cookies. Good job. Okay. All right, you go back to bed. Up. Yep. Get down. Suit break. Hop up. This is it, go. Good boy. Good boy. Nice. Good boy. Good break. So he's also just learning to hop up. Good job. Move his back feet. Yay, good boy. Yay, good boy. Good way. Good boy. Stand. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Break. Nice. Get the cookies. Get them. Search. Good boy, Ollie. Stay. All right, hop up. Hop up. Good. Back. Good. Down. Good. Good. All right, I'm gonna run and get Puppy real quick. He's much better at this game. Cody, can you release the hounds? Thank you. You go to bed. Here. Bed. Down. Stay. All right, here she comes. Stay. Steady break. Good dogs. Here. All right. Come here. Get out of there. You silly goose. All right. Go to bed. Sadie, come. Go to bed. Ollie, go to bed. In your bed. Sadie, right here. All right, here we go. Sit up. I may have to put Ollie up. He gets very jealous. Lie down. Sadie up. There we go. Yes. Good. Awesome. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Good break. All right, so there are completely different levels of understanding this game. I've done a whole lot more with Sadie than any of the others. Sadie, come. So the next part that I'm working for, here, sit. Good job. Stand. Good. Is getting her to keep her feet on up. Yes, yes, up. And starting to get her to start moving into somewhat of a heel position. Good, good girl. Up. Up. So, what I'm starting with now is using a target stick to help with placement. Ollie's better at this than Sadie is. Here, Sadie, let's put you away. Sadie, come. Go. Go. Good. Well, good girl. Good girl. Come here. Sue, hop up. All right, here we go. Hop up. Good. Good. Hop up. Good. Touch. Good boy. Up. Good touch. Good touch. Good. Hop up. Touch. Good. Up, up. Touch. Good. Up, up. Touch. Good. Cody, come get Sadie. Up, up. Good. Touch. Good. Just you can put her back in her kennel. Thanks. Here we go. Get the cookies in the right hand. All right, ready? Up, up. So I'm working on trying to keep his feet still. Yes, good. Up, up. Up, up. Good. Good. Touch. Yay. Up. Good. Touch. Yay. Touch. Over here. Touch. Yeah. Up, up. Good. Touch. Good. Touch. Yes. Good. Yes. Oop. There. Good. Touch. Yes. Up. Up. Yes. Good. Touch. Yes. Good. Up, up. Up, up. Yes. Good. So it's one piece at a time. So why are we doing this? We want to get our dogs into reward zone. And I've done this with him in a different way. I toss the cookie back, and then I come up here. Here. Good. Holly. Here. But, and I feed right here by my side. Got it. Okay. Boom. Because in agility, we want our dogs working on both sides of us. Get it. Here. Good. Now do the other side. Ready? Get it. Good. So he learns that he can work on either side. Any questions so far? Comments?
Is that something that we would use it run a course? Do they have purchase running a course?
No. Ask me the question one more time. It was cutting out.
Do we use something like this during an agility course when we're doing trials and stuff?
Having their feet up on something, no. This is all a beginning work for them to understand where their feet are and figure out where they need to be in relationship to us. And it's kind of thing where you're layering different things and different skills to then end up to a final skill. So once they understand where their feet are, then your contacts will be easier to train because they'll know, oh, you want my front feet here, or oh, you want my back feet here. And they become more intentional in hitting that yellow zone when they understand where their feet are. Did I answer your question?
Heather, does this exercise help them more aware of their hind end, their back feet?
Yes, absolutely. Because so like with Ollie, I'm really trying to focus on shaping that back, where his back feet are, because he likes to, come to the side. So he oftentimes will stop like this, so his tail is out and not tucked back in here. And it's because he doesn't, one, he's not quite sure what I want yet, but two, he's not aware of where those back feet are, supposed to be. So I'm teaching him to be able to move that one. See how he moves his front feet a lot when I move from side to side. And I want him to start solving problems with his back feet. And he's, we haven't worked a ton on it, but it's been really a challenge for him.
So you put a command cue or anything when you want them to your side or you're wanting them to pivot around?
So that's a great question. When do you name something, right? If you want like if I want a heel that says, he knows to come right up, to be tucked into my side on my left side, I'm not going to introduce that word until I'm actually getting the position that I want. So honestly, Ollie doesn't even have a heel yet. I haven't even introduced the word to him yet because he's not tucking in yet. I don't work on it a ton. We have more fun on the field, but But he needs to start learning where his back feet are. We're working on a running contact, and he likes to hit it with his front feet, but you really need his back feet to come in and finish that running contact. Any other questions?
So yeah, you're luring with a treat back to your side.
To start with, yes. Yeah. And then as soon as he's starting to get that idea, then I'll have the cookie in my outside hands. So I show him I have no cookies, right? All right. I come here and I tap, and he wants to come around to my front. Break. Yes. And then I switch hands and feed. Good. And I'll send a cookie so that he'll go away from me. Here, right here. Ollie. Yes. Yes. Good. So that the cookie's not where, I mean, to start with, the cookie's going to be, you're going to feed it on your seam, but once they start to give you that behavior, then you can take the cookies away and then just mark it and then deliver the cookie. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
Working on that now. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, Mo, say that again.
The spoon or the stick that you were using,
Uh-huh.
do we need to be working on that now?
If it's something you feel like, if it makes sense to you and you think your dog will understand it. I mean, I just started this with Ollie today. Like, so good. He needs to be doing more touching. Like, cause he'll touch my hand. Yes, good. Yes, good. Yes, good. And you can use your hand. It's totally fine. I'm finding that I needed yes, good. Something that gets me a little bit further away from the action. Yeah, he didn't understand it yet, but we're working on it. So it's optional.
So the point of the, I'm sorry. The point of that is to get him to follow it.
Yeah, so you want him to
Raise the
touch
other and follow
the end of it so that you can put it wherever you want to put it, and he'll good boy. So you can give it some distance from
Heather.
it. Yeah.
Hey, Heather, can you hear me? It's Darlene.
Hi, Darlene.
Hi. The problem I'm having with that, because I have tried that, is when I say touch, he thinks I'm saying tap, and he tries to use his paw, and I'm not sure how to switch away from that. I kind of gave up on it because of that reason, because they're just like, paw at me. I don't know if I should use the different words or just,
Yes.
I don't know if it even matters.
Yeah, I would definitely use a different word. You kind of, I like to list all my words out, and I don't want anything that sounds like anything else.
Right. Okay.
All
right.
I use teeter, tire, tunnel, and I've really tried to change that. I can't do it. It's like I'm so personally stuck with it. But my dogs would appreciate different words that have different sounds.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're just like, I'm doing it, Mom. But okay. I'll
so I mean, it doesn't matter what the word is. It could be anything. Bop.
Yeah, I could smooch.
Yeah,
bump. I like
bump.
that.
There you go. Bump will work out. Bump's not really in any other agility terms that I can think of.
I like that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions on reward zone so far? So this question? No? So this leads us to some shadow handling, of them understanding to be on our sides rather than in front of us. So again, we're starting with luring, but then we're going to quickly fade away from that. Here, Owen. So I'll have him on my side and give cookies every now and then I'm going to switch. And then give cookies with the other hand, and then switch. Good job. And actually, what all I'm doing is a series of front crosses here. So you're turning into your dog and then feeding. And then I'll have no cookies. So I show him I have no cookies. Ollie, ready? Right, good, ready? Woo, this way. Good job. Break. Nice, good. And this, so that they're learning that they can be on both sides and to follow your position. Now, trying these with blinds are a little bit hard. It's helpful if you have someone to help hold your dog. Here. Stay. But if they have a good stay, then you can do this. So I set him up in his bed and he's to my right and my right shoulder is open. I'm going to call in, release him, and then as he's coming towards me, I'm going to switch to the other side. And he's going to get cookies on the second side. Ready? Ready? Break. Ollie, break. Ollie, break. There. Good. So he starts on my one side and then he switches to my other side. Try it again. Come on. Hey. Ready? Ollie, break. You see how he switches sides? So that's how you can practice a blind cross. Let's do the other side. Come on. Up, up. Stay. Ready? Ollie, break. And switches. And then if you have a helper, you can do this like outside, super far away. And then you start running. And then when you're ready to switch, you just flip your head so that your head, it's really important for them to see that head as well as your hand. Ooh. All right, so how is everybody's stay with their dogs?
Terrible.
Terrible? Okay.
He goes, are you talking to me?
Whoever wants to answer. I know, Sadie.
Milo's pretty good.
Yeah, he is. He's got a great stay.
He does that little jerk of a head when he knows he's like about to move out of place, but we work on that a lot at home.
Right, right. So a lot of what happens is like people can have great stays at home, but then as soon as you put a jump in front, all bets are off.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's like, I know now, now. Yeah.
Right, right. And I didn't bring a jump in. I should have. So the thing is I'm finding that we got to transfer the value of all of those cookies and the jump and all the fun things. We got to transfer that to the stay and get the stay to be just as fun. Yeah, right. So part of and what it really is transferring the love for the release. Like, oh my gosh, the release is coming. The release is coming. Boom, you get the release, and then the cookie happens. So, oh, I do have a brand. So this is what you do when you don't have your own agility equipment. You make it up. Come here, Ollie. Good job. Good. So oftentimes what happens, say, is we just release them over. Okay. Yeah, you don't know this. Here, let's go over the jump. Ready? Jump. Here. Can you jump over it? Jump. There you go. Good boy. Jump. This. Drive me crazy. Good. All right, come here. Stay. The first thing is, can you get around the jump, right? So you put them in a stay, give them their cookie. Some dogs, as soon as you stand up, they break, right? So you need to go to where they, right before they break, give them a cookie. Good job. So then if you take a step out, they want to break. Go back in and give a cookie. See how he drops his head? He's like getting ready, right? So essentially that could be him breaking his stay. So I want to step to the side and wait for him to stay upright. Good boy. Better. Good boy, come back in. Good, stay. Yeah, you broke that stay, didn't you? So now, once you can get here, then we're going to start our release. And you say, break, yes, cookie. And the rule is they have to move their feet before you throw that cookie. Good, stay. Break, good, cookie. And I'm going to feed the reward before the jump, not after the jump, before the jump. Break. Good. And there's no motions, just on the verbal. I'm not going to, do any of this for releasing him. A lot of times what we do is go break, and we move and we talk and we give cookies and all of that. Okay. So now I'm going to come past the jump. Break. And I'm going to get the cookie on the takeoff side of the jump rather than this over the landing side. Okay. Break. Good. And you're looking for that jolt of energy. Okay. And once it's going good, break. Then you can feed it after. Yes, good boy. Good boy. You go over this jump? Yes. Good. Over the jump? Yes. Good. Over the jump? Good. Yes. Sit. Stay. Break. Yes. Good. But spend more energy releasing, giving the reward before the jump. Then waiting for the jump is going to be no big deal. Because it's not the jump that makes the reward happen, it's the break that makes the reward happen. All right, I've given you a lot of things to think about. Any thoughts, questions, other things you want to talk about?
To treat them before they jump.
Yes. That this will help work on that start line stay.
That makes, okay.
I know it's kind of a bizarre thought. We want to transfer the excitement for the release of the start.
Heather, on her video, besides using the pointer, she was using a clicker, and I see a lot of people in everywhere. Is that something
Yeah, so
I don't have a clicker.
that's okay. You don't have to have a clicker. When you're using the word yes to mark the right thing, that is your personal clicker that you have with you everywhere you go. I do sometimes pull out the clickers if I'm looking for really specific things. Like I need to do that with Ollie with his back feet because the sound is quicker and sharper. Like it happens immediately. The word yes takes a little bit of time to come out of our mouths. It is absolutely not required, but it can be helpful if you have a hard problem that you need to solve.
So the point of the clicker in affirmative is to tell me.
Yes, so the clicker is what we call a bridge signal. Well, it's a marker signal. And it marks the moment in time for your dog that's right. And you pair it, first you pair it with food. So, you know, you go click, click, click. Click, click. Then you ask for a behavior. Click, then the cookie. Click, then the cookie. So I'm asking you to touch my hand. Click, then the cookie.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Click, then the cookie.
It does make sense, but we might have to go over it a few more times for me to retain it.
Yeah, and it's all about like the choreography of your hands and where your treats are. And that's why I don't use the clicker very often. It's just too much, like too many things in my hands. I want to be able to deliver my cookies faster.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I could just say click.
You totally could just say click, whatever. It doesn't matter what you say. Beep, you know, dot. Some people actually with their mouth. I'm not that coordinated, so.
Great.
Well, I think unless you have more questions, if anybody wants to, is been working on something with their dog and wants me to watch them and you want to try it on Zoom, that would be fine. If you feel like you've got everything you want and you want to skedaddle, that's okay too. So I'll leave it up to you guys, whether you want to ask more questions, get a dog out, or say goodbye.
Well, I'm going to say goodbye unless somebody has a fabulous question that I'd be sorry I missed.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very
for
much.
today.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you. Stay warm and
Bye.
we'll see
I'm
you.
gonna talk to you.
What?
Thanks, Heather. Bye.
I want to try it. If
Harmony, are you?
can you hear me?
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, you got
Did everybody
something
leave?
for us? A few
No.
did, not everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. She's not like amazing at it.
That's
Can
okay.
you see the ground?
Yeah, can you
No.
slide your computer to the end of the table? There you go. Ah, perfect.
Ready? Okay. Should I say search or break?
Say it again.
When I
You cut
throw
out.
it?
So yeah, when you are ready for her to leave, you're gonna say break. Well, it depends on where she's at. Does she know what break means yet?
Leave the
She kind of,
right.
so right now,
Kinda.
don't worry about the word yet. Just once she comes up, then toss a cookie.
So search. Get it, search. Search. Get it, good girl. Okay, bring here. Good girl.
Are you using a clicker?
Yeah.
Okay.
girl. Yes. Girl. Like that?
Mm-hmm. Try not to use a verbal cue to have her hop up on the thing.
Just use one thing.
Well, don't say anything. I want you to just use your eye focus on the centerpiece right now and see if she'll guess what you want.
Too much.
It's okay.
Ready, search. She just kind of sits there.
Right. Yeah. So dogs that haven't done a whole lot of shaping yet sometimes are going like, wait, you have to tell me to do something. So just change your position. Go to the other side of it and stare at it. There. Good job.
Search.
Hi.
Okay. Ready? She's working a little bit on the pivot.
Yeah. Good. Nice.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah, that's going really good. It's really hard. Shaping is hard for, especially when we're so used to like giving a command and then rewarding for it. We're flipping it backwards. We're getting the performance first and then we're adding the word. It took me a while to get used to it. I even fall back into it too, but it's really amazing when they all of a sudden they go, oh, that's what that is. And it's pretty awesome. Like Ollie's right and left has kind of been the last thing I've been teaching him. And I was practicing our lead course and I was super far behind and needed a left and said it and he whipped his head around to the left. I was like, yes. And I really waited till after he was going in both directions to add the word. So pretty cool.
How old is he?
Oliver, he will be 3 in the end of April. So we started.
So do you have words for a cue when you're ready, when you've shaped a behavior for front feet and back feet? We're trying to place their front feet or their back feet.
Right. So he knows his front feet as spot originally. And then his back feet, since I don't have a reliable behavior on his back feet yet, he doesn't have a word for it. But you can put, I know Susan Garrett, she has, each paw has a word. She goes 1, 2, 3, 4 each. So she'll say 1 and they pick up the 1. He'll say 2, pick up 3, back foot, 4, other back foot. And she mixes them all up. Yeah, so it is possible. It depends a little bit on how verbal your dog is. Yeah. Looks like maybe.
I have a quick question.
Yeah, Mona.
So I was working on rap with the rap.
Yeah.
It was hard for her to focus on my hand. She just tried to go whichever way she thought I was saying, but she wasn't really looking at where I was asking her. How can I help with that? Or
help with that? So that
focus on my hand more.
Yeah. So let's see. I don't know if Ollie will wrap the Lego head, but we'll see. Saving is whatever we have in the living room, right? So it has a lot to do with our body position, and the game that I was playing earlier, this shadow handling stuff, this will help a lot for that because they'll start moving where your shoulders are moving. Ready? And then wrap, and then if you keep your shoulders moving with wrap, good, wrap, wrap. Good. That'll help them stay in a position. And essentially this is your post turn here.
Mhm.
That makes sense? Rather, I know I started you guys off this way, right?
Yeah.
And so, it's been like a year since he's done this game. Good. Drop. So this is how we started.
Mhm.
Ollie. Good. And then I quickly went, once he was getting that, then I started changing my position
Okay.
and rotating more.
So I have to be a little bit more like make my gestures bigger to kind of emphasize them
Yeah.
with my shoulders. Okay.
Yeah. And doing this reward zone game is going to help that too.
Okay.
Once she starts to go, oh, it pays to be on the side. And, you know, as I'm moving, I'm kind of going in circles anyway. We just happen to have something in between in between ourselves.
Okay.
So the action is the same,
Okay.
whether there's an item there or not. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
you're welcome. Pam, it looked like, were you getting set up to show us something with your pup?
I was going to, but she just had a barking episode outside, which, and so I'm not sure if she'll do it, but I'll try.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get her. Let me see if I can get her to do it. I don't know if you guys can see or not. Come on. She's kind of sleepy. She missed her nap.
Good.
So am I supposed to be showing her the treat, or am I supposed to have it behind my back?
It kind of depends on, yeah, that's good. It kind of depends on if they're too distracted by the treat being in front of them, then I'll hide it and they go, oh, I have to like do something. Okay, fine. I can't just mug you for treats. So that's kind of where that it's your choice game comes in.
She can get it off. Good girl.
Good, yes. So what's your marker word?
Yes.
Okay. So
But I haven't said it, have I?
not yet.
I forget. Okay. Yes.
Great.
Good job.
Yes.
Yes.
And it depends on where you're at too. Like, so I'm going to say yes when my dog shifts their weight if they don't understand moving their back feet. And then after I do that a few times, then I'm going to up the ante. Like, okay, now I want more than just a weight shift. I want an actual step. So then I'll refrain my yes until I get the step. So maybe you can go halfway around the circle and then you say yes and give cookies. Maybe they'll go all the way around and then you say yes and give cookies. You just want to grow the behavior slowly so that they are confident and are happy to play with you.
So she can go in a complete circle. So now what do I do from here?
That's great.
Just keep
So
going.
if you want, it depends on what you want to do with this performance. How do you want to grow it? Do you want it to grow so that she can go around the circle and then end up in a heel position?
Yeah.
So if that's what you want, then you have to start taking your motion away from her circling.
Okay.
So that's the next, the hardest thing to do is to separate your body position with her body position. Does she really understand to move those back feet, or is she just centering?
Right. Exactly. Because I've been trying to get her to stop from You want another piece? Okay. Like what Susan Garrett said, one side is called side and the other one is close,
Yes,
but she just keeps going in circles. So I can't get her to stop.
right. Yeah. So it's finding, and that's exactly why we don't have any words labeled to this yet, because she's not, she's not quite doing exactly what we're looking for. So if you start adding a word, then you're naming the wrong thing.
Gotcha.
Okay. So the trick is, where's the break? Like, where's the misunderstanding starting, and figuring out how to clarify that moment in time. And that's where you have to now start looking at weight shifts rather than whole steps.
She's over here.
Yep. And so that's a good thing is don't leave it on the floor. When you're done with the game, pick it up. Don't just leave it out. Yeah.
Yeah, because she thought, okay, this is how I'm going to get more treats. And then she started going in a circle. She's like,
I know. This is what you want. But that's great though, because that means that it might not be tied to body position so much. She might be able to separate it out. I mean, Ollie's tied to body position right now. It's going to take me a long time to get him to do that on his own. But.
Well, thank you for all those hints. If you can give me one for her to stop barking, that would even be better.
That's a hard one. Is she barking for reasons, or
she just thinks she hears things all the time.
Yeah.
And
yeah. So what I'm working on right now is if they think there's something out there to alert you to, I get up. I know it's a pain in the butt. You get up like 600 times a day. I get up, I go and look, I really look, and then I yawn. And then I go sit back down. And they quit. It takes a while, but if you're yawning is telling them it's nothing, there's nothing to worry about. And the reason why you have to get up is you have to let them know that you've got it under control. They don't have to worry. Thanks for letting me know there's something out there, but it's no threat. And it's no threat is the yawn.
Awesome. I will definitely be yawning quite a bit.
Yeah. it's not easy. My Teddy who just passed, he would alert at everything. I mean, a leaf would hit the ground and he would be barking, and I couldn't get rid of all of it, but I got rid of probably 80% of it.
That's great.
Yeah.
I will try that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, thanks a lot.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you later.
Thanks.